going on, y'all? It's your girl of my desire, and of course, the one and only Jazz. How
Hey,
are
hey.
you, girl?
Good. How about you?
I'm you. Episode
Yes.
2, y'all, of Queens. Episode
Yes.
2, y'all, of Queens. I am so hyped. I'm like really hyped. Are you as hyped as I am?
Oh yeah, for sure. We got to ask everybody else about the hype.
Right. Like, I mean, so what did you all think of episode 1? I mean, just just that in itself, episode 2 gave us so much. And
Right.
I like how the storylines are starting to play out because I don't know, you tell me your take, but I think that we're moving at a really good pace with this show. Like, it's not
Oh
overwhelming
yeah.
and it's not too little.
Right. It's like just enough, but in this particular episode too, I feel like it grasps more alongside two characters as opposed to the other two more. So it's like they're slowly trying to shine like their whole attention on particular characters during the whole duration, but then again still keeping everybody in tune at the same time.
Right, exactly. I like the flashbacks because most shows you get kind of lost in what's happening when they do those. They've done a good job so far at really taking us back like 1998 and then bringing us back to 2021. You know what I mean? So
Right.
And of course, we're gonna get to this, but we were both waiting for the what the shit. Like, what did Valeria and Eric do?
Right, because in the beginning, the first episode, I was like, "What is Valeria about?" I'm like, "There's something to her," and the first thing I said was that I'm getting opportunist vibes from her.
Mm-hmm.
It was more like the talent, not so there, but it's just like she just trying to be off of her survival tactics, and I felt that all throughout.
She knew how to play the game.
Right. Are you just using where she can use?
Absolutely.
Like, I don't feel like she's that genuine in the group yet. I'm like, I don't really know too much about her. It hasn't.
Right.
We haven't really discovered it yet.
I think you hit the nail on the head with that one. I think she's becoming who she's going to be, per se, if that makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. So like, I feel like she still got a little, like, if you want to talk about ingredient wise, right? She got a little bit of shiesty in her, she got a little bit of self-absorbed, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
She's going to look out for Valeria first and foremost. And so I think that comes across very much in her character, So mm-hmm. Since we're on her, let's talk about this dynamic between, her like sliding her demo tape to Eric. Like you said, she didn't have the talent.
No.
She just knew how to present.
Right, and then market, because at first it was, she was trying to be like, look, these girls got talent, but right. I can take them there. So, all three of them were like, what do you mean? Like, we're not black enough? Or so I forgot what she said. She said, they all said something like, why do we have to have the Latin princess? Or like right. What's that one lady's name? Esteban. Why do we have her?
Esteban. Yeah.
Why do we have to have her to make it to the top? But at the end of the day, sometimes it's not always about talent. It's about, being out there. Like maybe they didn't have that particular, ingredient.
The selling factor. We know how that goes, right?
Yeah.
We've seen people like, I don't want to use Brianna as an example, but I feel like, looking at where she came from to who she is now is a completely different person, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But not just as a person, but like as an image. So she literally became the girl or the woman that you could just sell. And I think right. Valeria brought that factor to the group. She wasn't as rough, right? She right. had that softness, sex appeal kind of thing to her. Whereas the girls at first, when we see them on stage, they didn't have that. They were almost like TLC, right?
Yeah.
Baggy jeans, the big gold earrings and their hair slicked back, which was cute. But at the same time, it didn't give off that feminine sex grab you type of energy.
Right.
Yeah. So I think she did definitely bring that. I think her character overall is going to, I hope that she's changed, and I hope to see her doing more. I did catch the part where she's talking to Eric on the phone, and she's like, I don't care what you have to do. You need to get us a bigger stadium because they're not
Mhm.
coming back for the small time. You know what I mean? What
Yeah.
did you think about her knowing beforehand that he was going to try, even going back to San Diego? Like, what did you feel about that?
I felt like that was catty, but I don't know which scene came first. Was it the one where she was talking about how like y'all didn't read the contracts? You already
So
know.
the one where he's on the phone with her and she's like, well, she's babysitting for Brianna. And she's just like, the girls are not coming back for small time. And, even if we got to go to San Diego, you know what I mean?
Right.
Knowing the whole fiasco of what San Diego stood for, it's like,
Yeah.
ugh. Like, as soon as
That was
comes, like,
sneaky. That felt snake vibes all the way.
facts.
But then I think that after the fact they were talking about how Eric and Valeria already was in cahoots in the beginning when they did the contracts with the girls. Like, how it just kind of like blew up in their face.
Right.
Like, y'all didn't read the contracts. I mean, are you going to leave? At the end of the day, let's make this money, because if you walk, we ain't going to make this money.
Right.
So
I'm not surprised.
I'm
not surprised she read the contract or she knew about what was happening behind the scenes when it came to the money, because of course her and Eric were a thing, right? So it's like she had that inside scoop anyway. But yeah, I think that it's very interesting that she's showing up in this manner, even being there to babysit, the kids. Like, I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I felt like she was doing what friends do, right?
Right.
And she's also going to throw in that little seed of doubt, like, you sure this tumor real, and you sure this man ain't lying about cheating on you?
No empathy at all, or no type of relation to it, because well, not Eve, what's her name? Brianna was like, you aren't in a relationship. Like, basically, you've never been married. You don't know what it's like to have to take somebody or even coexist in the same household, even after the fact you got cheated on or had an affair blown up in your face. So, someone who's single outside looking in, it's like, oh, I would leave. Like, are you crazy? Get your stuff and go. Like, it's not that easy. Like, you built an empire, and it's gonna take a lot of thinking and like therapy or other steps to determine on what actions you're gonna do. So, but at the end, it kind of was like, she was like, oh, I see why. I see why you're still here. Or something. She said something like that. Like, I see why.
Yeah,
because he's like in a family.
I think being around the ladies is gonna grow her up some. And I know that sounds crazy, but even sometimes women who are of age needs to grow up. So I'll just
there's always room to grow. It doesn't matter, right?
This is the fact. So I am, child, Jill, the thrill.
Oh my goodness.
The church is like, you're not coming over here. And we know how real that is for some people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am trying to think about, do you think she's handling it in the right way? Like, she ran away. Where was she again? Minnesota, Minneapolis?
Yeah, Minnesota. I think so. Yeah. But I think...
what do you think about that?
I mean, I can't really relate to it, but again, like, just on a viewer's perspective, I wouldn't know how to go about it. I mean, you're in a Catholic church. I grew up in a Catholic church, so I can see how strict the rules are into the religion. They don't really believe in same-sex marriages. So when she was like, I was shunned from the church,
right?
Like, I truly do believe that, because growing up Catholic, you didn't really see like gay couples in the church. I mean, if you did, they weren't like flamboyantly out there, as opposed to now. Like, I don't know how that is. So she was like, look, I'm black, I'm gay, and you're gonna just take it this way.
Yeah.
Call it a day. All right.
I actually like that she went back. At first I was questioning it. I was like, why would you even want to be in a space that doesn't want you? I'm very much pro, like, I don't go where I'm not wanted. So the idea that she went back, to me, it spoke volumes, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, like, she's here. Like, I'm gonna be here. This is gonna be my presence.
Right.
And there's nothing you can do about it, basically. And I thought that was very powerful, because it's a powerful moment to have, especially considering she is black and she's gay. You know what I mean? It's like, you are making a statement for a voice, of what we know has been going on for years and decades in the gay community when it comes to black people. So for me, I feel like it's one of those things where it's a statement. And I think that it's dope. Not only is she black and gay, but her girlfriend is Latina. So, I was like,
Okay.
Hey, you know,
Right.
okay, I
Interracial
love it.
relationships.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So I'm not
Same.
going to trip too hard. Now
Right.
let's move to our girl Naomi, cause
Oh my gosh.
yo, listen, seeing Brandy in this feisty ass character,
she's Beyonce. She's the Beyonce right now, I feel.
I'm like, what is going on? She want to fight. She want to argue. She throwing shade.
Right.
Like, I mean,
she's trying to be a parent
because once you start disliking a character, girl, that means that they're doing a good job.
Right. No, I'm liking her vibes. Like, she's super talented. I mean, Brandy's amazing. So to see her in this kind of like element is just so exciting. Because again, we spoke about how the whole deadbeat mom.
Right.
Like, we don't really see that in too many videos or movies or anything. So seeing this on another aspect is very enticing to me, at least. So.
I like that her daughter, I like that she's creating a relationship with her daughter. But hold tight, we can't skip over this real quick.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
I like how she's creating this relationship with her daughter. But Cameron, so we just Cameron, Pink Mink.
Yo, Cameron. Yes. We got the same last name, Cameron Giles.
Okay.
I love Cameron.
I said, well, ain't this, as soon as the whole food scene took place and they was specific about like the same thing that they did not want on that cheeseburger. And it was like extra pickles. And I was like, oh, that's what we doing. Oh,
right.
Like,
basically. Right. That was crazy. Because I think at the end scene, it was like, so we're going to talk about.
Yes. He says she's
He already peeped.
So, yeah. I mean, it would come as a shock if he wasn't. But it's very hard for that to be a coincidence that y'all don't like the same thing. You know what I mean?
Because in the scenes, in the previous scenes, it was like she was running to Cam anyways when her and Eric didn't, or when Eric would run to Valeria.
Right, yeah,
so it was like
the Cam after the whole blow up with Eric, she was like, I need somebody I can count on. And we all know that sometimes counting on somebody means being actually on them, not talking, right?
Right.
Oh, child, that one night was like, well, damn, I did way more than just, come over because I needed somebody to count on.
Right.
So I'm excited. I feel like it's interesting to watch her character develop because now that she did get that big break, right? Her daughter has seen the BET Awards and now she knows mommy wasn't just trying for nothing.
Right.
But the flip side of that is also her getting played basically by the exec when she went with Cameron to listen to the mixtape, and he's like, oh, you're perfect, you're just what we need to be writing rhymes for somebody else. And she's like, nah, I'm over this, I'm done. And then to flip that, and her daughter's like, so you just gonna give up, like that's just it. And then she shows up at the guy's house and she sings and gets the deal and then has to choose.
That was tough. For me, it was just such a bittersweet moment because it's like the mom hasn't always been there for the daughter. And for the daughter to be there for her mother at the most dying part of her, like basically you weren't in my life for X, Y, and however many years. And now all of a sudden you want to quit. Let it be worth you being absent of my life. Yes. So you better get it together, Ma, and go back in there and show them, who's boss and why you are so committed to this. And I felt all of those vibes.
Yeah, I felt it too, and I just I think they did a really good job with that scene. The scene where the daughter's playing the piano and then Brandy is singing, and I'm like, that's.
I mean, it was cute. Dope. It was a little cheesy. It was cute, It
was. But I think they could have picked a different song, right? Because I just couldn't get the wrecking ball out of my head while it was happening. I'm like, really? This what we doing? Like, come on now. But I get the sentiment of it, you know what I mean? Like, I like that part. That was it was cute. I'm like, okay, I think we're starting to have like these moments, especially with episode 1, right? It's like they have such great one-liners in this show so far. I'm here for it, or great scenes, and so I'm like, I'm here for it. So I really like I'm glad that she is progressing from being the deadbeat mom to like,
Yeah.
you know, at least
Bettering
let's build
herself.
something here. You know
Yup.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
I like that. And of course, last but not least, good old Brianna, right? She
Right.
said, "Oh, I'm gonna nurse you back to health."
Yeah.
Okay,
And
you
then
know,
we gonna
you don't get to die on me. What did you think about this scene, girl, when that man was like, "Oh, you serious? Oh, you serious?"
Oh, when he said, I cheated on you? What do you mean?
Right.
Or you gonna do this while no, what caught me was like you gonna do this while I'm just getting out of recovery. So I don't know how true his short-term memory was, because he was like, you gonna do this right now after me getting an operation.
Right.
But he was like, I cheated on you. I would never cheat on you. Like, you know, I love you, my wife, or like, you know.
Right.
And then she's like, "What do you mean? Yes, you did. Like with a whole white woman. Like, did you forget?"
Yeah.
I was like, man.
I thought that was crazy because, of course, the comment, you know, episode 1 about the Grey's Anatomy thing, and then for her to confirm it to Valeria, she's like, "Well, the doctor said, you know, short-term memory loss is normal after brain surgery, this and that third." But I'm like, nah, like this will be doing. Like, this man had a whole brain tumor, and so he forgot that he cheated on his wife of 16 years.
That's why I said he struck gold having cancer at that time, because
that's why Valeria don't believe his ass. That's
no. But I mean, I think that Brianna's probably still kind of like putting in the front, because like you have 5 children with this man. So, you know, my hypothesis is that maybe they may work it out. I mean, she did say something about like, my marriage for 15 years or 16 years is, I feel like I'm not in the same marriage. She mentioned that. And I think it's just because of being scarred like that. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, they didn't really get into deep. It's the second episode. She didn't really interpret if this was the first case or the first time he got caught. So who knows what the next episodes have to bring. But this is traumatic to her. Absolutely. You know? So she doesn't really know how to handle it. So I mean, you could talk all big and bad. Yup, I'm leaving. But again, you built this empire, 16 years with somebody with 5 children, and then just to throw it away like that because of some girl.
Right. I mean, yeah. And I also think that when you think about it, you know, if we just look at relationships that we've seen, right? Mm-hmm. 16 years is a long time to be married to somebody. Yes. Change into completely different people than when you started out. So I think maybe perhaps the marriage has kind of hit a space where, you know, it's just a rinse and repeat. Like, you're a mom, you got 5 kids, school, diapers, food, the routine, you know, school. This is it. This is the cycle. And so I think maybe even that, which is why, you know, Valeria made that comment. She's like, you used to be it. Like, I need you to find yourself again. You know, like I said, it's always some drama, some shade with them.
What's her name?
Shade. Like, it's like frisbees. They just be like just throwing it out here. Right. Of course, let's not forget about Lil Muffin, aka Lauren.
Oh yes,
that voice. Oh my god,
is so exaggerated.
It's so annoying.
I mean, but I don't know if the reason is because all these new artists in real life probably are like that.
She's mimicking that, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't really listen to the new music nowadays. I mean, it's the music today. It's just reminding me why I don't really like all this like young little yachty.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Or a Koi. You know, like my best friend. I can't. That's not real music to me. So going back to like Brandy's character, it was like, yes, that's the soul. That's the real music. You know, and if dealing with her, it's just like, okay, let's cut. I don't want to see. I
think that what they're doing is actually, you know what? I think it's a good thing because it shows how they can bridge the gap almost in a sense, right? Because Brandy and them can offer mentoring, and then you know, Little Muffin can take it. I love that moment that her and Jill had where Jill is like, look, I'm going to figure myself out. You figure yourself out too. Let's make that pact and promise to each other. And then we can go from there. You know what I mean? I love that she showed up at Jill's house unannounced. Like, listen, I ain't doing rehab. You know what I mean? Like,
she likes that. She bangs with them. She does. She likes them. She likes those group of girls.
Yeah. And
I think calling some real authentic women, and she sees that in those women.
Right.
So otherwise she'd be out in the streets.
Yeah. I think she probably views them as much as like big sisters, right? Because what would have happened to her had they not been caring or deciding to come through and just chill with her? Because come on, 40-something-year-olds about to chill with this 19-20-year-old girl, like that's it's not unrealistic, it's just a little far-fetched, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I like the dynamic that they're creating here, because they're creating sisterhood, and it's not very many shows where you see, I mean, even though they're going at each other, they still have this thing of coming back to each other and trying to be there for each other and support each other. So I'm really excited to see where it's gonna go. I like how each of the storylines are developing. I think they're doing a really good job so far. I mean, the previews for episode 3 are crazy, and I'm just trying to figure out at the end of, we did not see who got shot, right? They left us hanging. They gave us a
they left us hanging. How they gonna I guess we're gonna find out on the 4th or 5th episode. Who knows?
Listen, we might, and I'm here for it. I think that's actually a very good thing. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, wow, they left us with the cliffhanger. Okay.
Usually they would tell us right at the end of what happened, or revert back to the gunshot or something. End the scene with that, but they didn't do that.
Exactly. Okay. Shout out to the producers and the writers for this show, because it's really just amazing. Like I'm blown away at how well together the show is, and how steady. It's not extra. It's not over the top. It's believable. It's relatable. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for episode 3. And you
all just put your comments below if
let us know how you feel and what character you like the most, maybe who you relate to, maybe who you don't like, what you do like about the show, what you don't like about the show. We definitely want to hear from you. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, I'm gonna choose, this is a tough one, I'm gonna go with Brianna.
With Bri?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brianna.
I like Naomi.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna do that.
I love the chaos. I just love chaos. I mean, everybody loves chaos. And I mean, why do we watch reality TV?
Right.
I mean, you got to see it all.
You're right.
I want to see it all, not unfold, but unravel in a good way, hopefully.
Yeah. And I will say Lil Mama definitely has Lil Muffin. I'm sorry. Lil Muffin has grown on me. All these Lils is ridiculous.
Lil Yachty.
I'm super excited, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks for tuning.
And you know where to find us. We will be here on Tuesdays, making you amazed at this show, and we hope that you tune in. Keep watching it. It's Tuesdays at 10 p.m.
Yep.
So for those of you who are a little over there, right? Because I for a quick second I pointed at myself, but I didn't mean that. Take a nap, get up and watch the show, and then join us here afterwards to talk about it. And then we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in.